Hmm. 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 Bruh. 45,250 of this, I don't know, material. 35,000. Oh my god, this is way too much. I mean, look at my farming materials here, guys. It's not even close. Since there are gonna be like a lot of them, I am sure that that's gonna take ages to grind. But come on, 10,000 gems just for this reset orb. Well, we cannot craft it, so I guess that we got no choice, guys, but just to get the reset orb for our Yoshikage Kira 6-star to eat the dust successfully. So, I mean, well, hashtag YouTuber problem, I guess. This is gonna be an expensive one. 10,000 cash. Oh, it pains me. Add an additional upgrade to Kiryu 6. So there will be no additional percentage buff for his damage, range, or probably a minus on his SPA, but rather just an additional upgrade. It was already known by everyone that it's only gonna be about the bites the dust skill. I mean, I'm pretty sure that JoJo fans will never ever stop bugging Fruity or probably Madao if they're not going to release the bite the dust skill of Yoshikage Kira. But anyway, guys, let's play around with this orb, and unfortunately, there's no details here. Add an additional upgrade, that's all. So I guess that we're gonna do some experiments here. Anyway, this costed me 10,000 gems. Let's go. Since there are no details written on the orb itself on what does it do, what does it give, everything that I'm going to show you guys will be referred to ASTD Wiki, alright? All of the screenshots that I'm going to show you will come from ASTD Wiki, which I think that's going to be the best reference that we got. And don't worry, guys, we're also going to check out if that is accurate or not. But anyway, guys, according to ASTD Wiki, when Eat the Dirt is activated, it resets the other unit's manual ability cooldowns, but it doesn't affect global cooldowns such as the Patriot, Dio Ascended, Red Servant, and the Pharaoh after Exodia has been used. So yep, that is straight to the point, guys. Only the manual ability cooldown, but not the global cooldown. So what do we mean by global cooldown? So let's say, for example, I time stop both of these mobs. They are not going to be time stopped for a certain amount of time. That's the same thing about the freeze, you know? I do not have any freezer unit here. Merlin could have been used actually, but they already removed Merlin's ability to time stop or just to stun the enemies. As you guys can see, it's no longer happening. So that's the general cooldown, guys. The only thing that Eat the Dirt affects is the manual abilities cooldown. So let's say, for example, Dio Ascended, you will be able to time stop the whole entire map, but there's gonna be a general cooldown. Same thing as Funny Valentine, Rewind ability, Law, like all of those really amazing supporting manual abilities, all of them got a particular general cooldown, which I would not be able to pinpoint what's the exact, but I'm pretty sure that you can just check the ASTD Wiki for those, especially for time stop. And that's also the reason why if you will watch some, you know, like leaderboard runs, there's gonna be like kind of like a little bit of a pause whenever you're time stopping. That is a general cooldown, guys. I mean, let's just upgrade him first. You know what, let's just check first the animation of Eat the Dust. Oh, I mean, Eat the Dirt. All right, let's just spawn some air units maybe. I just wanted to check if there's gonna be some damage as well. If there will be no additional damage aside from that effect, then that would be really bad. Okay, Eat the Dirt. There's gonna be a cutscene. All right, there you go. JoJo pose, and gonna be in the galactic scene. I don't know. All right, and oh my god, that I think that is even worse than freaking Eren cutscene, or actually Vegeta cutscene, because Vegeta cutscene will also give you a seizure. Look at this, guys. The cooldown of the ability of Eat the Dirt is actually pretty slow. It's definitely gonna take a while for you to get the skill again, and since you can only place one Yoshikage Kira, I think that that's actually the reason behind that. Because if there will be like, you know, multiple of them and you can place like 8 and you can sell them, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be way too OP, because what people will do is probably just ask one player to, you know, just use him and just reset everything, guys, because some manual abilities are really OP. So let's say, for example, for our Light Yagami, I'm not even sure if Light Yagami is still being used nowadays, but it's not about the damage, guys, okay? It's just about the destruction of these manual abilities. And remember, their cooldowns are actually slow. The slower the cooldown of a manual ability is, the better, because it's kind of like you're getting the most out of your Eat the Dirt skill. So let's say, for example, one OG way of damage damage farming is literally just placing like 8 light Yagami, then popping them one by one or sometimes even all at once if needed. But if you got like Eat the Dirt, all of them will be resetted, and that means you will have a fresh 8 piece of right names, aka Death Note. And by the way guys, speaking of damage, I just realized that the Aryans that I spawned earlier are still here. So yeah, the effect of Eat the Dirt is only gonna be resetting every single manual ability of the units existing in the game. Pretty sure that will also affect your teammates' units manual ability, because if not, then that's gonna be garbage, you know what I'm saying? And that would not make sense as well, because I mean, look at this guys, the cooldown of Eat the Dirt is so god dang slow itself. Yeah, that's one thing to take note. I mean, another example of a very destructive manual ability is of course the explosive of Megamin, and since this explosive thingy will actually have like oh my god it will also have a very slow cooldown. Look at that. So kind of like Yagami, instead of waiting for so long, you can just use Megamin's ability first and then Eat the Dirt. I think that the use of this orb will actually depend on the current meta itself, because if the current meta doesn't have a manual ability, this is not gonna be worth it, you know what I'm saying? Because Eat the Dirt is not gonna affect, basically it has no use on those units that has no manual ability. I think it would have been a lot better if the ability will actually affect the general cooldown instead of the manual ability's cooldown of every unit, because not every unit here guys on ASTD got a manual ability, let alone if they're even part of the meta. That's pretty sad though, because there's no damage. Even if they even added like some damage, would have been a lot better. But look at that guys, we're not even halfway done to Eat the Dirt. So I guess we're going to reconnect so that we can also show you guys in action how does it work together with some of these infamous units with manual abilities. So yep, be right back. Alright guys, we're now back. We already have Yoshikage Kira place here, and by the way guys, let me just also remind you that according to ASTD Wiki, without the orb there will be no skill like Eat the Dirt. So literally no skill guys, just like the same way how he was before this massive update that we received. So that is really sad, because that means this Yoshikage Kira, we can only use like one of him, right? Remember that his damage is only like even less than 1 million. SPA, not so good, or actually decent, should I say, 6.3. Range will be 70, so it means that you cannot rely on this unit in terms of, you know, damaging or probably defending your base. Literally just a supporting unit, guys. So that's the reason why I'm telling you, if ever Yoshikage Kira will be part of the meta, I'm saying if ever because I am not sure and it depends on so many factors, then he's just gonna be a supporting unit because there's no damage. So what I'm gonna do now here, guys, is I'm going to spawn literally one mob. Look at that. In a bit, we're going to use Bites the Dust. Alright, but before that, I'm going to max out one light Yagami here, Megamin here as well. Actually, I don't even need to max out Megamin, but well, I just did, so I guess that so be it. And also one Killua. I'm going to use all of their manual abilities all at once. Explosive this time, and of course wishes for Killua. Let's just call it money. All right, there you go. Let's just wait everything to be finished because it's gonna be a little bit flashy. Look at that. So as guys can see, all their manual abilities are on cooldown, and if I'm going to use Eat the Dirt, there will be like a cutscene again. There we go. This is something that you also need to take note, guys. If it is late game already and you just wanted to, you know, reuse all of the manual abilities right away because you're about to die, you can't do it because you have to watch the freaking cutscene. Just like airing cutscene, guys, you actually have to watch it one time. But the problem is, what if you're only gonna use Yoshikage Kira's Bite the Dust once on a particular game? That means you actually need to also give yourself a buffer for you to be able to, you know, still have time to react and also probably click everything. But as guys can see, all of their manual abilities are now resetted. There's another downside that I can think of about the Bites the Dust. You see, for our Death Note skill, there's no general cooldown for Death Note, but for our Megamin's Explosive, I'm pretty sure that there's a general cooldown for Megamin's Explosive. I'm just not sure if it is applicable for the 6-star Megamin, but I can't remember, guys. The 5-star Megamin, she also got like a manual ability and there's a general cooldown. So let's say there will be like multiple players who brought Megamin 6-star. If there will be like a general cooldown, it doesn't really matter if you will be able to use Bite the Dust to reset Megamin's manual ability. If you will use the second explosive on its general cooldown, most likely the mobs are not going to take any damage as well. So basically, guys, Bites the Dust is just useless. I'm not saying, guys, that the orb is actually bad, but those are just the things that I think will be the downside of it. The cutscene, that's one. The orb only affecting the manual cooldown, not the general cooldown. And at the same time, the orb's use being reliant on your own unit, whether they got manual ability or not, or probably even if they got manual ability, if its cooldown is actually really long. But let's just say Dio. The cooldown of Dio's manual ability, guys, is long, I know, but even if you will reset it, like use the Bites the Dust to reset it, you can use Dio's ability again, but it's not gonna do anything because most likely those mobs present on the map will be under the general cooldown, so that really sucks. Anyway, guys, what about you? What do you guys can say about this orb? I'll see you again in the next one. Stay cold! Yoshikage Kira, it's the dirt. Out.